If you've been feeling stretched thin, if you've been trying to keep up with a version of yourself that no longer fits, if you've been wondering why the old ways of taking care of yourself don't work anymore, this is for you. There comes a moment in every season of life when the strategies that used to sustain you simply stop working. Not because you failed, and not because you lost discipline, and not because you're suddenly bad at taking care of yourself, but because you've grown, you've changed, your inner world has shifted, and the care you need now is different from the care you needed then. Now, most people think self-care is about adding things, routines and habits, rituals and practices. But the deeper truth is that self-care is really about alignment. It's about recognizing who you've become, what your life is actually asking of you, and what your inner world needs in order to stay grounded, to stay steady, and to stay whole. And here's the part we rarely talk about. You can't take care of the person you are now using the instructions for the person you used to be. The old you may have needed structure. The current you may need softness. The old you may have needed discipline, but the new you may need rest. The old you may have needed motivation. The new you may need permission. And so this is why so many people feel like they're failing at self-care. They're not failing, it's simply using an outdated map. So let's talk about what taking care of yourself really requires now, in this season of your life. First, it requires honesty. Not the kind of honesty that judges you, the kind that tells the truth gently. What is actually draining you, what is actually nourishing you, what's actually sustainable, and what's actually too much. You can't care for yourself if you're pretending you're somewhere you're not. Second, it requires attention, noticing the small signals, the subtle shifts, and the quiet discomforts, the moments when your body whispers, "This is too much," long before your mind catches up. Your inner world is always communicating with you. The question is whether you're listening. Third, it requires boundaries that match your current capacity. Not the capacity you wish you had, not the capacity you used to have, and not the capacity other people expect you to have. Your real capacity. And here's the truth. Capacity changes, seasons change, energy changes, and life changes. Your boundaries should change with them too. Fourth, it requires compassion. Not the soft, vague kind, the grounded kind that says, "I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and that's enough." Compassion is not indulgence. Compassion is maintenance. It keeps you from burning out. It keeps you from collapsing. And it keeps you from abandoning yourself. Fifth, it requires support. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. You were never meant to carry everything alone. You were never meant to be your own entire ecosystem. You were never meant to be self-sufficient in every direction. Because support is not a luxury. It's part of being alive. And finally, taking care of yourself requires permission to evolve, to change your mind, to change your pace, and to change your needs, maybe to change your expectations, to change your relationship with yourself, because you're not a fixed object. You're a living, breathing, growing human being. Your care should grow with you also. So if you've been feeling like you're not doing enough, if you've been feeling like you're falling behind, if you've been feeling like you're not taking care of yourself the right way, let this be your gentle reminder. There's no right way. There's only the way that honors who you are right now. And who you are now deserves care that fits. Now you take care and stay connected.